Welcome back. So you are consciously experiencing the golf game that you have by you and through you. Basically, the projections that you see in front of you are like a movie projection. The reality you see in front of you when you're on the putting green, you're on the golf course, you're making a putt, you're making a swing, the mountains in the background, those are all basically a projection of images that are being brought to you based on the reality that you're seeing is based on the vibrational guiding force that you have, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. These are the reflections of the reality that we're seeing when we're playing. So when we're on the course, our on-course experience is based on thoughts, beliefs, emotions, expectations that we have. Basically, we are the magnet that's attracting the reality to us. These thoughts, beliefs, emotions, expectations are the magnet that's attracting the reality to us when we're playing. So people who want to be more consistent, they have to be able to start to remove the idea and the concept of lack. A lack in their golf game, they keep seeing that they are not consistent. So when you see that you are not consistent, you're still attracting that reality to you. So when golfers have the desires for more pars and birdies and more consistent hitting, more consistent shots in a row, having more fun experiences, we basically are putting these expectations outside of ourselves. It's a desire, we put it out there, but if we keep noticing that that consistent play is over there, it's not here yet, I'm still working towards it, then it continues to sit in this perpetual loop of being away from you. So the key to being more consistent in your golf game is to start to find the feeling of consistency in you now. So you feel the experience now. That's the key to finding the consistent play that you want. That's the starting point of this. That you want to feel it and sense it now, not later. It's not over there. It's not after my next practice session. It's not after I've hit 3 shots in a row. It's not after I did not 3-putt this whole 9 holes. It's a matter of this consistent play is with me now. So if I focus that I don't have consistent shots in a row, but I want more consistent shots in a row, I'm going to get more inconsistent shots in a row. So let's talk about a confident person. A person like who's a champion, very successful athletes are very arrogant. You know, they really expect good things. They expect superb outcomes to come to them. They expect that their performance, based on how they practice, they're going to perform, and they expect great outcomes. They expect to win. They sense that everything is coming to them based on who they are. They just believe so much within themselves that, hey, I'm the champion. I'm going to win. I'm the person. I'm the man. I'm the girl. I'm it. I mean, that's all there is to it. So a consistent golfer would be someone who knows that consistency is already here. They're already holding the concept of consistency and the feeling of consistency. They are resonating what consistency is. So sports psychologists work with touring pros with this idea all the time. So when touring pros are playing and sports psychologists start to work with people who are helping them to win, sports psychologists, people are going to encourage them to put themselves in the feeling what it's going to be like to hold that trophy at the end of that 72-hole event. What's it going to feel like? And they invite them to absorb themselves in that whole idea. Hey, I'm here, I'm done, I've won, I feel the trophy, I feel being the winner. So that's how they're projecting the reality by that feeling. That's what that's all about. When you see, well, let's take a major golf tournament, for example. You get, let's say there's 3 people who are inexperienced, newbies to playing really well in a major championship, and you get some older touring pro, he's 30 or 40 something, or she. They've won before. They're used to that feeling. They're used to that outcome. They're used to that whole situation. The newbie, they're not used to that at all. So the newbie, let's say the newbie, which generally doesn't win, they may sometimes, obviously, but the newbie, you'll hear commentators say, well, it's something that they're going to learn from. They're going to learn from this experience to understand and start to understand what it feels like to be under the pressure down the stretch and learn to expect to play better golf. So consistency in golf is not going to come from your awaiting the perfect swing, the perfect outcome, the perfect practice session, the amount of shots I've hit solidly in a row. The consistent game is going to have to come from within you first. You have to have the ability to eliminate the idea that consistency is not here and embrace and start to build on the idea that consistency is here. You can resonate with the feeling of, I'm hitting more shots, I'm having a great practice session. My coach has just told me to work on this, I'm going to go practice this. That's what I'm going to feel. I'm going to have a very consistent practice session. Even if you get derailed in the practice session for a short time, you keep working on the idea that I am having a consistent, powerful practice session. You start to take that idea and you're putting it to the golf course next. You start to exude the idea that I am the consistent player. People who are not consistent in golf basically are people who are focusing on that consistency idea is still away from them. They lack it. We're working towards it. I'm buying lessons. I'm getting clubs. But it's still over there. We have to bring it within ourselves, just like the tour player who imagines themselves holding that trophy at the end of the championship. So your goal for this week is to go forward and start to exude the idea, the feeling, the resonance, the belief that you are the consistent golfer. It doesn't matter how it happens. Your first thing that has to happen is you have to have that belief, that feeling, that knowing. It has to sit within you. Otherwise, it's going to sit over here as a lack, still waiting for you, and you'll sit in that perpetual loop. So this week, for the next 5 to 7 days, let's work at that. Build that feeling of consistency in the practice round and on the golf course.